Hey, good morning, you guys. I am here in Carmel. Look at this, it's just absolutely gorgeous. I am at this beautiful little ranch, tucked away in the mountains of Carmel. And look at they're letting the sheep out. I don't know if you can see them over there, but they're letting the sheep out right now. It's just absolutely beautiful. I don't know if you guys can see that. Can you guys see the sheep over there that they're letting out that are just starting to come out? My husband and I actually got married right over there. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Oceans over there and the beach. Anyway, and there's a track right here that I think that it's just a little track, but it's such a cute little place to go running at. But anyway, I just wanted to jump on. We are here in Carmel, so kind of a impromptu coffee with Shanda. I am spending we came out to San Jose to do a 2-day event last Friday and oh my gosh, Friday and Saturday. And then we built that event around one of my good friend Carla, who is also my stylist. We built the event around her birthday and then came up here to Monterey and Carmel and everything like that to have some fun. And I treated my friends to a nice couple days here. So it's been super fun, and it's also kind of an awakening of like what you can really do inside your business. There's a friend of mine, Joe Polish, in his mastermind. People always say this saying that says that you don't have a problem if you have money. And I think that's pretty true, other than maybe if you got health sick, like where you actually, your health went. But if you're everything else in your life, it's like, I remember like being afraid to grow my company too big because I didn't want to have the responsibility of and lose my life, right? And I know clients. There's a client of mine right now, Jessica, who just won a bikini muscle building contest, and she's turning 43 in a couple days from now, and she just literally won every I guess it's a level that she applied for. And it's like she was one of the people who also like last year was afraid to grow her company and do too many things because she didn't want to become unbalanced with her family. And it's really true that, there's a power to being as successful as possible because you want to live your life the way you want to live your life. And like now I look at like we're here in Carmel. We built an event around Carla, who I just saw jumped on. Good morning, Carla. And then like Jessica just did her like fitness, competition, which is a huge commitment. Plus is doing events now, which she wasn't doing last year. Plus, invested in private coaching with me for a day. Plus, just bought herself a new house. Plus, went and staffed our leadership program, which is a big commitment, and all of those in her house and her life still up leveled. And the reason why I think this is really important is because it honestly is really easy for you to tell yourself the story that it's too much. Like it's too much for you to take on the next thing that you're taking on. And I'm telling you, activity actually breeds more activity. So when you actually think it's too much, there's a really good chance that you're holding yourself back that causes you to not actually hit that next level of life. So it's like, if you think about if Jessica last year when I coached her, if she made a couple $100,000 working part-time in her business. It's not about the money. It's about the fact that she did that part-time and still managed her life and was a great wife and a great mom. And she loved what she did in her business. But she said every time I gave her a strategy in business, she would say, okay, I'll do that next year because we're going to go rent a house on a lake, or we're going to, travel to Paris, or we're going to do these fun things that we're going to do in our relationship of her life, right, with her husband and her kid and her daughter. And I kept saying to her, you actually can do all that and still transform the world. Like you really can. And she'd be like, and I'm going to say to you, make sure you get a good coach, a coach that really will push you, because at some point you should feel like whatever your coach is saying, you trust them, but you don't, because they're stretching you to a position and a place that you really don't know if you can do it, and you're really concerned about yourself, whether or not you can do it, because you don't want to give up something in your life. And if you can get a good coach that has the lifestyle that you want and has the results that they want, that you want, like, please don't hire a business coach that's less expensive, because or even a relationship coach that is less expensive, because you're trying to fit your advice into your resources. You actually want to grow your resources, or my experience is your resources will grow when you up-level your life. I have another client who I told it was a couple. Excuse me, I just woke up here in Carmel. You can see why it's so gorgeous out here. We're actually going to head over to Pebble Beach today. But I have a couple client who a couple years ago said they had this just incredible deal where it was like under $700 to rent a really nice apartment in Canada, and it was like this incredible deal for them, and they basically were making about $100,000 a year, and I said, move from that place. And it was a really nice place. It was like one of those things that, like a dream come true, that they had this, like, it'd be like me renting a house on the ocean for like $1,500. Like, why would you move? Well, because sometimes your situation is holding you back. If it's too easy, like one of my biggest fears is when I get a client that says, oh, my husband or my wife is super financially good, so I don't have to worry about it. The investment in you is not that hard. I'm like, I hope they're really driven by a vision. Because typically when we're comfortable, any of us, including myself, we tend to take our foot off the gas and we sit back and we start to do the work, but we actually don't make a huge amount of progress. And so I said to my friends who were my clients and now are back again as my clients, and I said, you got to move out of that house. And they're like, but it's such a good deal. And I'm like, yeah, but you got to move out of that house and you got to get, like, move towards your vision. Like, what's your vision? And they're like, well, we'd love to have more space. We'd love to have a bigger house. I'm like, go find it. But they're like, yeah, but, right? And I'm like, yeah, but it's going to cost you more. Yeah, but it's going to be a bit, stretchy and a bit scary. Don't go kill yourself. Don't go, like, rent a $10,000 house when you were just spending $700. But go spend a couple $1,000s or something and stretch yourself. And it was the best thing that, in my opinion, that they ever did, because the next year their income skyrocketed and they're multiple six figures. Now they're back coaching with me, and we're definitely going to take them into multiple seven figures. So I share this with you because I know that some people wouldn't have taken the vacation that I took here because we're in our busy season. So really I should be back at home in the office and working. I know that people would not build their business around their lifestyle because you feel like you have to do things. And then I also know that there's people that are watching right now that you could be stretching more than you are, but you don't want to because you don't want to give up certain things in your life. And I just want to say, be careful what limitations you fight for. Like, really be careful for what limitations you fight for. I'm fighting for my life in a way that I just feel like even tonight, like, is not guaranteed for me. Meaning that anything can happen between me shooting this live and tonight when I go to bed. And I just value every moment that I have in my life. I value the blessings that I have been given. I'm totally clear they come from God and not from me. I'm totally clear that my talents come from my creator, not from me. And I'm just being obedient and saying yes and playing as big of a game as possible. And simultaneously, just woke up with my husband and my son all cuddling in bed, and we're going to go have a beautiful day here. When I turn off the live, I'm going to go for a quick little walk, and I'm going to cut some audios that are going to go to my copywriter, so my copywriter can write emails about the Zone event, because you guys, the Zone event is coming up fast, September 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. Seriously, if you don't have a ticket yet, God, go get a ticket, because our prices will double. You can go to thezoneevent.com. But that's like my most favorite event of the year, and it's my biggest event of the year. And so, like, literally, like, technically I should be in the office doing these things myself, but I'm not, because I'm still living a life and I'm innovating and I'm becoming resourceful. And I don't know if people like really get when I say to them, like, you have to like really, like, if you want to study anything, study becoming resourceful, because if you can study becoming resourceful, then which is connected to being positive as well, because it's hard to be resourceful when you think that the things in your life won't work or can't work. So when you hear yourself saying things like, I can't, I mean, when my son says he can't, I'm like, sweetheart, yes, you can. If he, like when he was trying to figure out how to do up his pants for the first time as a little boy, and he'd be like, mommy, help. I'd be like, no, buddy, you can do it on your own. And I would sit there and he'd cry and he'd have a meltdown. I'd sit there with him and I'd be like, Zach, you're so resourceful. Like, you can figure this out. Like, I know you can. And then he'd figure it out. And then the amount of confidence and courage and how proud he was of himself would follow that moment. We're no different. We're all humans, whether we're little humans or big humans or old humans or fat humans or skinny humans. We're all humans. And we all get our confidence and we get our courage from accomplishing the things that we think that we can't. So stop stopping at the places that you think that you can't, because that's actually putting you more in your box. So I challenge you to look at the things that you don't want to do, because typically you don't want to do them because you're actually afraid of something, and start like reverse engineering the way that you're thinking so that you can create your own breakthrough to the next level. Like, I think we need coaches, but I also think that you have a responsibility, just like I do, to optimize everything I'm doing behind closed doors, which comes to the system in the way that I think. So is this helping at all, you guys? Is there anything that you can do with this live this morning? Or did I just get on and pull my little tushy out of bed to just babble? Or can you actually do something with this live? I would love to know what you thought about this Coffee with Shanda. I will be on tomorrow morning, and then we're heading back to San Diego tomorrow, where I'm going to put my pedal to the metal as I continue to work on the Zone event, continue to work on our masterminds that are coming up, and I still have 3 events before the Zone event that I'm putting on, and so there's a lot going on. And planning heading to the UK at the end of the year, and then next March we're going to be in Australia for a year, which is really cool. And all the time I will still be raising this little guy that's naked, who comes running out, who is saying, Mom, don't get up yet, I want you to stay here. And I'll be weathering those moments of and teaching him how to be resilient. So last little note, hey Zach, don't go down there, buddy. Good boy. Last little note, seriously, if you are interested in coming to our Zone event, I will share this with you. Everything I'm doing to grow my business, everything I'm doing, people ask me all the time, how do I fit it all in? I'm going to teach all that stuff at the Zone event. So it really is the best event of the year to come to if you are an entrepreneur who enjoys the freedom that I enjoy, like in the essence of I will never sacrifice family. And I also don't expect my family to tell me to sacrifice business. And so if that's like a powerful conversation for you, and you want to figure out, how do you have a family? Like, you guys, there's some of you women out there that still haven't found your husbands yet, and you're thinking that you're still putting all your attention into your work. And there's other people who your marriages may be a little bit on the rocks when you're trying to grow your business, and you're trying to figure out, what's my stand? Like, how do I like communicate to my significant other about how important my business is? Some of you guys just try to figure out cash flow. You're like, if I can figure out my cash flow, or my niche or my messaging, I'd be really happy. Well, I'm teaching all that at the Zone event. So go to thezoneevent.com with the in front of it, thezoneevent.com. Tickets are under $400 right now. Go get a ticket. It's in Palm Springs. Stay an extra day after the Zone event. Network with people. Stay in the hotel, because you miss things when you don't. And I'll see you at the end of September in that beautiful city of Palm Springs. And I will show you. And San Diego. And I'll see you there.
In San Diego.
We're not. We're in Carmel. And I'll show you how to do all those things. Let's have a great life and live a full purpose. All right, you guys. I'll see you later.
But wait.
What?
There has to go to
Where do they have to go?
They have to go to my house.
They have to go to your house?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to go to
There
his house. All right.
my candy of it.